Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. In the headlines today, they've brought back the Joe Biden Cancer Moonshot initiative, which he launched February 2nd, 2022, partly in tribute to his son, Beau Biden, who died from cancer, at least so we were told. Remember, it was Beau Biden's death that showed us Joe Biden would become the 46th president exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday in the 2020 election. Of course, he lost his son at age 46, like the only other Catholic president, JFK, was taken out at age 46. But I wanted to go back and revisit this. Again, the announcement was on the 33rd day of the year in 2022, February 2nd. And that date had 46 date numerology. Again, Beau Biden dead at 46. Joe Biden number 46. Special number. In Genesis 46, it's about sacrifice. Sacrifice equals 46. Catholic equals 46. That is in the Gematria code of letters into numbers. Of course, there's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament, different from the Protestant Bible, which has 39 books. Also, in light of the tribute to Beau Biden, notice that from the day that Joe took office to the tribute, February 2nd, 2022, was exactly 54 weeks into his term. And in Gematria, Beau Biden equates to 54 like Jesuit order. Of course, John Carroll also equals 54, who's the Jesuit who founded Georgetown, the nation's first Jesuit university, back when he was 54 years old. The word sun's also 54. The Jesuit logo is the sun, just like how the Catholic Church began by worshiping the sun prior to the Son of God. Remember, the calendar and the language come from the Catholic Church and the Jesuits, and there's a reason that they worship the suns, the thing in the sky, and also a male offspring. But about 54 in Cancer. Now, we covered this years ago. Jesuit-educated Charles Zubrod, who went to Georgetown, he became like the center of the medical world in the United States in 1954. And by 1956, another very special number to the Jesuits, he had pretty much, for the reason that we decided to go the route of radiation treatment for cancer, chemotherapy, it's largely thanks to Charles Zubrod. So if you're not familiar with this man and his history, go back and look. But this guy was the center of the medical world. Kind of like how Anthony Fauci, Jesuit educated, was the center of the medical world in the time of COVID. This is the man who took us in the direction of radiation treatment for cancer. And that path started in the year 54. So, you look at Joe Biden, Jesuit educated, and you look at this massive 54 ritual, and I mean, if you think this is all a coincidence, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know what to do about you guys. I guess you're the reason that we're allowed to. Again, the point is, it's ritual after ritual after ritual with the same repetitive numbers over and over and over again. And again, you run it backwards. Jesuit order equals 72, like how we got the first Jesuit Pope on the 72nd day of the year, and we got Joe Biden as a member of the federal government in 72, and then when he was 72, well, back in 1972, his wife and daughter died in supposedly a car crash, and then when he was 72 years old, Beau Biden died. But yeah, just for some other points, don't forget, Joe Biden was VP to number 44, Obama. Joe Biden in Gematria equals 44, so does cancer, so does chemo. When he announced this in 2022, he said the goal was to reduce cancer by 50% by 2047. So he said this in 2022, so that would be 25 years later at the time. As we know, Biden equals 25. Time equals 25. It's a ritual in time. It's a mark set in time. The word time equals 25 and 47. Death also equals 25, and right now cancer is the biggest killer in society. As for 2047, we know about 47 in D.C. We call it 47 City. President equals 47, White House 47, government 47, authority 47, Republican 47, Democrat 47, and on and on and on. Even the letters DC alone are 47 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse. And when Joe Biden became senator-elect in 72, that was the year Nixon was elected. That was the 47th U.S. presidential election. It goes with Biden becoming VP to Obama, who took office at age 47. But again, news by the numbers all day, every day. And the thing I find funny about the mainstream talking about this today, this is one of CNN's top stories today. What was their story yesterday? CNN's top story yesterday was that cancer rates are going to double by 2050. So I'm not far off from 2047. And now they want to go back and look at this from just 2 years ago, where the goal was to cut cancer rates in half by 2047. You know, we can cut cancer rates way down overnight if we would just come out and be honest with the American people, but that's not going to work for the corporatocracy. Corporatocracy needs you sick. It needs you having cancer. They put a lot of investment into this chemotherapy infrastructure, and they don't want to switch that up. It's a major moneymaker. Again, everything's about money in this nation. Sick people make a lot of money for a different type of sick people, if you catch my drift. Hey, you want to cut cancer rates down? Stop eating processed foods. I mean, cut it all the way out. No more processed foods. None. You know, shop in the produce section. Stay in the produce section. Try to buy organic, as expensive as it can be. Grocery outlet. A decade ago, I was telling you guys about grocery outlet out here on the West Coast. Grocery outlet spread to the East Coast now. It's a growing chain. Again, it's a bargain market. Try to shop at bargain markets. Yeah, the stuff might be right on the verge of expiration, but you know what? Make a quick run to the store each day. Buy that organic grass-fed beef. If you got to eat meat, try to find organic, grass-fed, free-range. Can be cost a gazillion dollars at the market, but you catch it at a grocery outlet. You know, you can buy it for cheaper than that beef that came out of the slaughter market, where the cow never got to move an inch. It was just raised in a box and fed out of a trough its whole life, so it got fat faster. Again, figure out ways to afford quality food. Cut out the junk, cut out the sugar, cut out the processed foods again, cut out the processed foods again, cut out the processed foods again. Those are the things that are really, I mean, look at the nutrition ingredient. If you don't know what those ingredients are, do you want to put it in your body? You know what I mean? If the thing just says cabbage, you're like, oh, I know what cabbage is. That's okay. Cabbage is probably okay. Just probably wash it off too with all the crazy pesticides out there. But yeah, I'd make that a rule. If you don't know what that ingredient is, if you have no idea what that is, I wouldn't put that in your body. So anyway, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. And until next time.